Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I have been fiddling with stuff, so I'm not going to go any further until I know that you guys can hear me. As you know what happens when I fiddle. You know what happens. I fiddle and then I do something bad. It never fails. I do something bad. So, okay, why am I shaking? Why am I shaking? Nothing is attached again. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is anybody here? Say hello if you are here. Please. Looks like I did something wrong. No one is here yet. Let me look. Here we go. Diane, Joey. We do have some people here. We do. Like Jane. Jane, were you one of those people that said that you were having trouble hearing me? Hello, Tilda. Happy Tuesday. Yes. Hi, Becky. Is it better for you? Do you have a hard time hearing me at the live streams, or is it just the recordings? Hi, Curly T. You've been making your own rubber stamps all morning, Diane says. Fabulous. I hope you're getting some good stuff. Hi, Debbie. I am just gluing away while I get people here. Hello, Dawn. Okay, why am I shaking like crazy? I thought I had chords mixed up, but no chords are touching. So why, oh why, is the camera shaking? Hi, Susan. Since the new camera. All right. Jane, I did some fiddling and noticed that that I was doing something strange that I shouldn't have been doing. Is it better for you now? Hi, Carolyn. Is it better for you now? Just since I had the new camera. Because I did have to redo a bunch of stuff to redo it, through the program so that I could stream. I'm waiting for Jane to answer. I am just curious. There's been somebody else also that had some problems. So it is better for you now, Jane? You can hear me? Glue that right up there. Just to make that edge a little stronger. So it is better for you now, Jane. Is that what you're saying? I fixed the problem. It is great to see everyone. Very nice to see all the fibs, all the fibs. It is fabulous to see the fibs. And anybody else having some issues since I got the camera or even before? Did anybody else have issues with sound? It's better now. Perfect, Jane. Thank you. Thank you. I had something off. The sound was channeling through a different microphone. And it took me a while to find that. So it took me quite a while to find that yesterday. So I didn't get anything done yesterday. You know how that goes. Did not get anything done. But at least I fixed the sound. Fawn. All right, so no issues now. Maybe it's fixed. And maybe the other person, I'll need to do a video. I was going to do videos yesterday and got busy messing around with the sound and kind of ran out of time. I really did run out of time. So, and this is with my little sound check signature. I just was gluing things into. It is a form of a junk journal. It is just some pieces of paper that I had left over from other projects that I folded in half, put together in a signature, and put together with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I will continue to add things to this signature, and it will be a book. I've got quite a few pages. I'm going to add some more little focal points and stuff like that. Hello, Jennifer. Sorry. The new technology. I need a teenager is what I need. I just need a teenager. Point me in the right direction because I have such a I have a lot of trouble. I have a lot of trouble. So I really wanted to. I'm behind already. I am so behind. I really wanted to show how I work in a junk journal. I've had a lot of comments. Hello, Connie. I've had a lot of comments about I see how people put together the junk journals. I've put together 3 junk journals. Now what do I do with it? All right. Hi, Lolly. What do I do with it? Well, you can do anything you want with it. You could make a glue book. You could make an art journal. You could journal in it like a diary, or any combination of all of those things. You can do anything. Um, so that's what I want to do today is work in some junk journals. Hello. How do I say that name? Dineda? Dineda from the Netherlands? Dineda? I have not, hi Roesta, I have not done the glue stick comparison yet. That was one of the things that I wanted to do this week. I want to get it done soon, very soon, so that we can find out what the results are. I am planning that this week. I was hoping to get it done last week and ran out of time. All right. So, yes, I will be doing that one. I'm also going to do the video on the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I didn't get to that one yet. I've got it all ready to go so that I can do that one pretty quickly. I know a lot of people will. Is it your birthday, Debbie? I have got a lot of glue sticks to test. I have probably 20 of them. I did not get an Avery permanent. It was just too much money to order it online, so I did not get one of those. Happy birthday, Debbie! Happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy birthday. It's my aunt's birthday today, too. It is my aunt's birthday. So I will get those out later. There are quite a few glue sticks that I will be testing, and I'm going to test the Dollar Tree brand with the really inexpensive children's brand from Hobby Lobby, all the way up to Oohoo, and some other ones that I have collected along the way. And I will do that this week. I will do it this week so that we can get them aged and see how long it takes for them to become unglued. Because some of them will. Some of them will become. Hello, Missy. That's bad. Sorry to hear that. At least you can listen for a minute or two. All right, so this is a junk journal. As you know, I work in signatures. I put my junk journal together in signatures. I glue and do whatever I want to do. I paint and add pockets and do whatever to each signature. And then when I get my signatures finished, I get a cover like this, and I sew the signatures into the cover, and then my book is finished. Okay? So I always work in signatures. I don't like to work in books anymore because I'm fighting with the other pages. I'm fighting with the book cover. It gets to be really messy. And when I am using things like paint, I can put this aside and work on another page without worrying about that one gluing itself together before it's dried. All right? So I enjoy working in the signatures. It's more flat. I can glue easier in the spine here in the ditch. And it's just an easier way for me to work. So I don't work in junk journals. I work in the signatures and then put them together. It's just easier for me to do that. So these are some signatures that I made with junk journal, with junk mail and things that I was going to throw away. I think this one is pretty much hasn't got a lot in it. Junk mail. Junk mail. A cover of a magazine. This was a flyer for a visual arts center. I think this was part of a map, a part of a menu. Here's a brochure from someplace that I was at. Hunter Museum. And I painted that all purple on the inside. So it is a true junk journal. I do not love working with junk mail anymore. This is probably going to be the last one that I do like this. I find that all this advertising, all the words, all that stuff really distracts me. It's too busy to start with, and I feel like I need to cover everything on the page because I don't like the way it looks. So moving forward, I mean, I am going to finish this junk journal because I doubt I'm halfway. I'm going to do work on it today. I doubt I'm halfway, and this is the reason I like to use a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. When you use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you're not securing the page in more than one spot. If you secure a short little page like this in only one spot, it moves around quite a bit. If you have a couple more places where it's sewn in, it's not going to be budging. So I will be doing that video this week. All right. So I find these very busy and a little difficult to work in. So when I get this one done, I am going to be doing my junk journals kind of like a blank book in a junk journal style. So I would have my pieces of paper, cardstock, or, drawing paper or whatever. I would have them. It's a piece of poster board, a really thin poster board, scrapbook paper. I'm going to use things like this for my signature. Can a visual journal be busier without distraction? What do you mean by that? Like, without distraction. Can a visual journal? What I mean by it's busy just to start with. It's busy just to start with. This, I don't like any of this. I'm going to have to cover every little bit of this page because I don't want to see any of this stuff. It is, hi, Shelley. It was so great to see you. So nice to be able to be at your live stream. Sorry I couldn't stay very long. It was wonderful to see you again. Will you be streaming tonight? I have such a difficult time trying to get online in the evening. To be almost back. You're almost back. So Crafting Mamas is going to stream live tonight, and that is 9 p.m. Eastern time. She says, hopefully. I think it is. I think it is. So this really distracts me. This is a distraction for me. Yes, 9 p.m. I don't love having to cover up all of this with something else. I would rather start with maybe a piece of scrapbook paper or something plain. The a white background isn't discouraging to me. I prefer, working with something like this rather than having to. I feel like I need to cover every little bit of these pages. And sometimes that's not exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to put these together in a signature just so that we can have a little bit of comparison. Hi, Allison. Hi, Norma. So I am just going to fold these down real good. I was just kind of testing them to see if they were the right size. And I do like a junk journal style of a blank book. And that's pretty much what this is going to be. It's not really a junk journal. because I'm not using things that I would have thrown away. It is more of a junk journal style. That one's already folded. That one's already folded. It's just a junk journal style blank book. I really enjoy different size pages in my books. I don't know what that is all about, but I really like that. Probably should have folded that the other way. I am going to fold that the other way, and I am going to fold this one this way, and I may make a little side pocket out of that. All right. So, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to sew this together using a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I don't want that thread. That thread is kind of slippery. It's polyester or something. So, 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Let me put, how many pieces of paper do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 pieces of paper. And I am going to put them together in a signature. And let's see here. We need some large and small. That one's pretty large. Here, let me put that one in between these and this one on the outside. It is the largest. And then this one, those are about the same size, so I want this one someplace else. Let's put it right in here. And then this one right there. All right. So are they about where I want them? No, this one sank down just a tad. And that one sank down just a tad. I really can't clip them because I won't get all the papers. They're short ones, so the clip doesn't go all the way. Hello, Carolyn. Get a needle out here and a piece of thread. And I am just going to make scissors. I am just going to make some holes in here randomly. I'm not going to measure because when I put my book together at the end after I'm done with it, that's when I measure. So it doesn't really matter where these holes are. I just want my pages put together so when I'm working in the signature, the 2-page spreads are together. So get my thimble out here because I will poke my finger. I am going to make a hole in the center, a hole on the top here, and a hole somewhere in the middle on the bottom and somewhere in the middle. All right, 5-hole pamphlet stitch, guys. Here's a quick one before I do the video, probably tomorrow. Go through the center like you do for the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Leave a tail. Go, so you've got 2 holes on the top and the bottom instead of just 1 hole, okay? So you want to go up through the center hole. Is that right? Gosh, I just did this not too long ago. It has to be right because it's a little figure eight thing that you do. All right, so you go up the next hole, the one in the middle. Okay, and my pages have shifted. Okay. Down the top hole. You're doing a kind of a little figure eight. Is what you're doing. Go back to the second hole down. My pages are moving all over the place. All over the place. It doesn't really matter, just as long as they stay together. And then down to the middle hole. Up through the bottom. Down through the middle hole. And then back up through the middle. And you don't want to split your threads because you want to be able to tighten up your stitch. You want your tails on either side of that thread that goes through the center here. All right, so what you're doing is you go through the middle. Hello, Malia. The volume is perfect. See all that messing around? It did something. All that messing around. All right, go through the middle, and then you've got 2 holes on either side. So you do a figure eight kind of thing. Down to the bottom, a figure eight kind of thing, back through the middle, and then you tie it off. I will show in the video, but that's how you do it. And then you've got 5 places that your pages are secured, and so you have less wiggle to some of the shorter pages. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right. So now I have, and the autofocus is turned off, right? We're not jumping around today. See, I have by myself trained when I use that thimble, that's the finger that I use to push my needle through. I have trained myself over many, many years of quilting to use that finger to push my needle. So I don't stab myself. And there is my signature. My unbusy has flip outs because I used some very long pieces of paper. Different size papers. It's not quite so busy. If you have scrapbook paper that's heavyweight, almost like cardstock or even cardstock scrapbook paper, and you don't know what you're going to use this scrapbook paper for, this is a perfect way to use some of that up. You can cover up all the scrapbook paper if you really don't like the looks of it, or you can use the pattern that is there to just add things to. All right, so this is a very plain signature. Is it about the same size? It is about the same size. It is a little skinnier. It is a little skinnier. So I may just throw this one into this book. That's going to be a very fat junk journal. But when you've got pages like this that aren't quite so busy, try to find a piece of book page, it is easier to just add things to the page. You don't feel like you have to cover it all up. So let's just do the first page here. I like to do collage. That's what I like to do. Now, I don't have to worry about getting it directly to the edge of the paper. I don't need to cover that all up. It's more freeing to me. It is. Hello, Christophe. Hi, country girls scrapping. Let's see. So I don't have to cover it all up. I could add paint, and I don't have to worry about things showing through, so I don't have to paint it, a few times. Sometimes I have to do that to cover up stuff that I don't like the looks of. I like this girl. What else do I have here? Ooh, I have some windows. That is very cool. But this page is too short for it. See, I can just I don't have to worry about getting all the way. No, I don't have to unstitch the signature. I don't have to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It is nice when I am working in signatures and I've got them sewn together, and I use really thin thread, just regular cotton thread. Nothing strong, just strong enough to keep the pages where I want them while I'm working on them. There's something about having them stitched. When I'm stitching them into a cover, I don't have to clip them to make sure that the pages stay in the same place. A lot of times I leave those stitches right where they are, sew them into the book, and if I can get to the stitches, I will cut them out. But if I have glued stuff over them and I don't see them, I'm not going to worry about them. They're going to stay in there. But I don't have to worry about my pages shifting back and forth because they are already sewn together. And I don't have to worry about my thread catching on to my clips when I'm sewing it together because I'm not using clips. The pages are staying pretty much right there where they were. I like this one. You know what? I'm going to do something on the other side because I like those windows. I want to use a bunch of those windows. I just want to put those on there. I like the fact that I don't have to cover up every little bit. It goes faster. I bet I could fill up this whole signature with stuff. I need a little cloth. And this is how I get the air bubbles out. I burnish it all down from the center out to get all the air bubbles. And then I know it's well glued down and it's not going to come up as easily. And then I am going to put some of this stuff over on the other side so it's the same color. I am very sensitive to color. I like my pages to not be really filled with all kinds of different colors. I kind of stick to a color scheme. It's just the way I work. You don't have to do that. Okay, so what else can I find for this page? Got a little basket here with some stuff. I was looking for my larger images, and I have no idea where they've gotten off to. See, that's really cool. See, I like that there. And I don't have to worry about the page showing through. It's just that easy. I really, really like that. Here's an A. I like the A. Actually, let me tear it. Let me tear the edges. It's all nice and white. A lot of my pages are white. So this is what I am going to do. Put it on a white page. Needs to be a little bit smaller. We'll just put it on this big old page here. All right. I am going to glue it right down. White on white. I need to turn my gluing magazine page. I got too much glue on it. And it's messing up my stuff here. Okay, I managed to remember. I managed to remember my little washcloth here, guys. And I have got all kinds of stuff on here. See if I can get it off. I'll dry it off now. All right. So, you know what? I am just going to add a bunch of stuff to this page. Doesn't matter what. Let me find something that I like the looks of. Kind of want to go all white. Maybe some text. Maybe some painted paper. Do I have any painted paper? Ooh, here's a leftover from something I was doing. What was I doing, guys? Oh, I was doing some Patreon workshop. That's what I was doing. So I'm just going to glue that down. I like the white. And I think I want just one more something. Some text in white. Hi, Maritza. Linda. Who else has come in? And I haven't said hello to them yet. See why is my table shaking? I do not like that. I'm going to put the glue away for just a second. And I am going to stamp some circles. Instead of, I want just a little piece of white. Aha, here's a little piece of white text. There we go. Glue that on. Glue that on. Just like that. Okay. Now I am going to put three circles. Only 3 circles. And the wonderful thing about white is you can add your own color. And I'm going to use this Dusty Concord Distress ink pad. And let me get some book pages so that I don't get everything purple. Something a little larger. So I don't get everything purple, but I'm just going to do some ink dusting. Add some color. Because you know I love purple. Hi, Lotta. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by, spending some time with me. It is fun to be able to see everyone. Thank you for all your thumbs up. What other color do I want? I'm thinking, I think I want some, what do I have? It's handy. I kind of want that green. But I don't know if it's right here or not. Nope. I have enough of these things. There it is. I want green. Do these two greens. And orange. And orange, I don't know. Let me do the green first and see what happens here. All right. And I do have an ink duster for every color, so I don't contaminate the ink duster and I don't contaminate my ink pads. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Christine. You guys all saw that I had to change the date for the get-together, right? Christine, I don't think I've heard from you. I had to change it. Okay. And this little tiny piece is looking at me like it needs to be added someplace. Like right there. Like right there. And then I want, what do I want? I want some kind of, ooh, Marilyn could go on there. So this is all I do with junk journals. I just kind of play around. She's got the colors of this background. She looks like she's already blended in. Let me tear off the white bits. I like the looks of her more than I like Marilyn. And so I could put her right there. June 22nd. June 22nd, Christine. Hi, Luann. I like the looks of her over there, but I feel like I need something here with a straight edge. That straight edge is catching my eye. I don't know. It was too big for that page. So this is how I junk journal. I just kind of add stuff and stamp in it and just have some fun. I don't remember what these images were for, but I am not seeing anything that I love. How about the giraffes? They are kind of green. Those and something else. So I could cover up that whole circle right there. And I have to add a different circle because it kind of looks like that's where that needs to go. So I need another circle. So I have 3 circles. Need to have 3 circles. Oops. Is that the one I used? That's the one I used. So let's put that circle there. Flying by the seat of my pants over here today, guys. This is what I call glue therapy. Hey, Ingrid. I do not use rubber cement. Rubber cement has something in it, and it will mess your paper up after with time. It's got some kind of acid or something in it, and it discolors your paper. And I do like this girl's face. So I'm just going to add that there. And I am calling that page done. I was going to add a little bit of the orange. Should I add just a tad? Maybe not orange. Maybe a little bit of like a dark, an orangey beige. Ooh, kind of like that. So I'm not introducing another color. And I can put some of that over some of that stuff I just put on there to blend it all in. Perfect. I am going to stop right there. And that is my first page. Easy, easy junk journaling. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with so Luann likes the collage. We have someone that speaking Spanish, and we don't all speak Spanish. So, I mean, that's just a page. it's a very simple page. It didn't really, I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't plan it at all. And I think that's where a lot of people have some difficulties is they're planning their page too much. They have an idea of what they want on their page before they even start. Let me do something with this one. All right. Now I'm going to put that away. I like the yellow color. I am going to stick with yellow. I think I always stick with a color scheme. I stick with 2 colors, maybe 3, but if you start putting a lot of other colors together, it's a different way to make your page a bit busy. Where was that face? So I like to stick with limited amount of colors. Maybe 2 shades of the same color. Like I like the looks of her. She looks like she's looking at somebody really nicely. I really like this too. I see I'm getting distracted already. But that's really, really busy. All by itself, it is busy. But something like this, it's kind of nice just to. Hi, Lois. Luana, can you understand me? Do you speak enough English to understand what I'm saying? Or are you just looking at the pictures? And I love this little bit of forest. I really love that little bit of forest. I'll go back to that. Okay, so I need some more stuff to go with this. Now, I may not necessarily like all this white with all the yellow, so I am looking for. I actually don't have any vinegar in the cloth today. Um, it's just water, so it's just water. I didn't have a chance. I didn't have enough time to run down and vinegar it. I was running out of time. Oh, this is cool. That is a nice little shelf with some cups in it, which would be really cool. I don't want to cover up these windows. I really like these windows, but I like the color of these. There's a straight edge here, so I'm trying to figure out where I can put that. Maybe I should put it down there and put something else up here. So I can get rid of this white. The white is distracting me. It is distracting me. I'm easily distracted, especially when it comes to color. I am easily distracted. So let me glue that there. Hi, Ginger. Jennifer. It's junk journaling. I am just working in junk journals today. Not necessarily a junk journal though, because this is more of a blank book in a junk journal style. See, I like that. I like that it's all one color now. I do like that. And I'm kind of liking that. I'm going to get the open shelving words off of there. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put those right there on the corner to cover up that white spot. And I still do need to change my magazine here. And I've glued over the edge, so I need to trim that off. It's got wet glue on it before it glues itself to something else. All right. Thank you, Christine. Hi, Paper Kitty. Hi, Cobano. And I think that maybe this lion face needs to be on this page. I don't like the straight edge on the top. So maybe I need to put it down. There's a little bit of white on the bottom here. It needs to get out of there too. Seems like I'm putting a lot of little pictures down the bottom. So maybe he needs to go with the trees. We'll do that next. All right. I feel like I need something here, some kind of focal point. What can I find? There's another one that's kind of cool. Kind of like that too. Finding too much stuff. Ooh. Too many straight lines. I want something. Thought that was really kind of cool. I really like that. And it needs to be on a page like this. Let me do some tearing, some fussy tearing. And let me just glue it down. Turning my page before I forget again. So I'm going to try to glue that right there. And I'll come back to it because I still have another page that I'm working on here. I have the tendency to do more than one page at a time. It's just how I work. I find it's a little bit easier for me. I don't know what that is. But I work on all kinds of stuff. Usually I will sit there and just glue images in and then go back and add, paint or ink or stamping or whatever. She looks like she's looking at them. Not sure if I like that or not, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Going back to this page, I need some stuff here. And I just keep getting distracted every time I go through here. I find something else for a different page. Something that won't go with this page. And this is why I like my baskets. I can just go through stuff and find something that might work. They would be cool. Kind of like them. Some fish. And a giraffe. See, I'm finding all kinds of cool things in here. I'm not sure exactly what these images were separated out for. So I need to find my other images and put everything together. I have no idea where my other images went. So this would be also pretty cool here. A door to go with the windows. I do like them. I do like the way that looks right there. And before I overthink it, I am thinking I dances with pit bulls. Are we all junk journaling? Should we have a junk journal month? I don't know why I like that. I just like the looks of it, so I'm just going to go for it. Just going for it. I don't know why. Seems right. Seems like what I want it to do. You know, these people would look cool with this picture. And I feel like I need something here. I like the colors together here. I guess that's why I like my baskets. I can go through them. Oh, I don't like the way it covers up my window. Don't want it to cover up my window. But I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. I am just going to glue it down before I overthink it some more. How many of you wanted to see me working in the junk journals? I had a comment saying, I know how to make them. I've made a lot of junk journals, but I don't know what to do with it now that I have it made. Kind of wanted that over just a tad. Let's see if I can get it back up. There. Just like that. And you know what else is fun to do with junk journals and just journals in general? Writing, but one of the things I like to do, and I've got this piece of my duster bristle from the brush. Hi, Debbie and Debbie. We've got lots of Debbies today. But what I like to do is find, let me put these to the side, find paperback novels and look at the words and just find things I'm sorry, I'm reading. I don't like anything there. But just some fruit phrases, some words. When did you notice? Is cool. Kind of like a blackout poem, I suppose, but kind of opposite, I suppose. Hmm. I do have a little tin that has little words and phrases in it. I probably should have grabbed that. He just couldn't figure it out. That's a cool little something. Just couldn't figure it out. I think I need one more something, maybe in the same font. Shoes on the right feet. Okay, so I've got all these little words now. And I'm just going to glue them down randomly. I don't know why. I am in non-thinking mode. Just going to do it. Just going to do it. What's the purpose of using junk journals? What's the purpose of using a regular journal? And one more. Put it on the bottom there, I suppose. Okay. And this time I am going to I'm going to stamp a pattern. What do I have? It's too big. I want just a little pattern, or maybe even a stencil. Stencil might be better for this one. A little pattern. Let's see here. That might be cool. I like that. Sorry, guys. And I am going to use a light colored. I want something in the same color. I don't want to introduce another color. I could do a little bit of green. There's some green there. That sounds like a plan. Let's use some of that light green. And I need a sponge. Makeup sponge. I put them someplace. And that one looks like it will work. Alrighty. So now I am just going to stencil some pattern in some places. Blend stuff in. I probably need an under paper to do this so I don't get ink everywhere. She says after she's got ink everywhere. Yes, I do like the stencil. Where did I get this stencil? I do not remember. I do not remember where I got this stencil. Where would I have gotten it? I haven't had it for very long. That's a few months probably. You know, I think I got this stencil at Violet's. I think it was something that I bought when I first got back to Florida. I want some of that green in the ditch there. And some on this side. See how that kind of blends everything in? Makes a page look like one unit. There. That's good enough. It is good enough. I like that. I like it. It's a little busy, but you know. Yes, junk journaling is low cost. Very good, Tilda. Very good. Junk journaling is low cost if you use recycled supplies or things that you don't really like scrapbook paper. You don't have any idea what you're going to use some of this paper for. Use it up as a base for a book. And then it is a great way to test drive ideas. I like the way you put that, Tilda. It is a great way to test drive ideas. I'm going to trim this up. So there's 2 pages done. There's 2 pages done. And let me go back to these trees. I want to use some of these trees in something. Trees in something. Here's a fish. Would be kind of cool in something as well. these ladies on the beach are kind of the same color. So I'm thinking that they need to go together. And I think I want just one more something. I thought this was cute. I can't show you get real close, but you can kind of see it there. An exercise thing. I just like the colors together. Exercising has nothing to do with like a forest thing I've got going on here, but I do like the way it looks. I like the colors together. I am all about the colors. Nothing too, and I'm really going for beige, yellow, and green today. It seems to be a theme. Every time I pick up something, it is in those colors. I don't know. I don't know why. Don't know why. I find that a bit interesting there. I think that I might just go ahead and glue it in. It's going to go over the edges, and I will trim it up after. That way I don't have to measure it. So glue it on. And then trim it off. So junk journaling can be very, very, it is an easy way just to mess around with some new ideas. You're not sure exactly how it's going to work. You haven't lost anything if you do it in a junk journal. If you do your thing in a junk journal, maybe I should put the trees on the outside here. And maybe this giraffe needs to look at the lion. Maybe. This giraffe is cut off kind of funny. And I definitely don't need all those words. That is way too distracting for me. We'll get rid of that. And I am just going to glue it down before I overthink it. So this is just one of those relaxing type days. Not doing a whole lot of anything special. Just having a little fun. Filling up a signature with things. And I would like a little bit of something underneath this giraffe. So I guess that will work. Very relaxing. I'm glad. I did need a bit of relaxing. I've been having a lot of allergy attacks here lately. I am allergic to my cats, which doesn't help. Can't get rid of the cats. Well, I could, but we wouldn't be very happy about it, me or the cats. Um, so I've been trying to find some medicine to help, and Sunday must have been Sunday. Sunday night, I took a 24-hour something, and I woke up Monday and I was all messed up, dizzy and nauseous, and um, I do not like taking anything. It just, it usually just it makes it worse in a different way. Don't know why, but it just usually makes it worse. Whatever I'm trying to take medicine for. So it was all my head was all stuffed up, and it's just horrible. It's just horrible. Not very good at. I just try not to take anything because it does mess me up. I don't know if I like this giraffe dead center in the middle, making me rethink the giraffe a little bit. Rethinking the giraffe. And I'm not seeing anything there, so I am going to go forward from here. All right. So I have this, and I'm thinking there needs to be some kind of pattern underneath. So let's do some stamping. Let's use the triangles. And what color should I use? Let's introduce a different color. Let's have some blue, I think, to go with this gray. Oops. I think I've got weathered wood. It's kind of a gray blue. I haven't used it in forever, so I'm not sure what shape it's in. Faded jeans. I think that's too dark. Here it is. Weathered wood. A gray blue. A gray blue. Thank you all for your thumbs up. You guys are fabulous. I know my mods, Tilda and Vicky especially, like thumbs up. Here's my paper so I don't get ink everywhere. Trying not to get ink on the horse and the cow. That was dark. Oops. And I'm making it too busy. Leave it to me to make it too busy. Too busy. Sorry, I've lost my lid here. All right. Too busy. So, to fix that, I am thinking maybe just a little bit of white paint, gray paint. What do I have here? I have not a metallic. I need, thinking a little bit of gray, a light gray. Please make yourself come out. I don't know how light or dark this is. It's really dark. It's really, really dark. And not very often do I finger paint, guys. This doesn't happen very often at all. Stick with this side here. So I must be malfunctioning here something, since I am finger painting. Something's up with that. I spent yesterday just kind of trying to figure out the sound thing and also trying to not be all congested and stuff. This medicine, it just did enough to make me feel icky. Not enough to make it better. Eventually, I'm hoping to find something that will work nicely. But I do have problems finding it. Finding anything that works for my allergies. Usually things just don't work or they knock me out and I can't do anything when I am completely asleep. Okay, so now we're really busy with gray paint. We should put some white on top of that. Why not? Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Hey, I must be malfunctioning. I'm finger painting. I don't use the paint very often. The white will definitely lighten it up, tone it down. I'm malfunctioning. Yes, I am malfunctioning. There is an error somewhere in my hard drive. Maybe it's the software. Maybe it's the software. Now I've really messed it up. Not very often do I use paint, and I don't know if I ever just got my fingers in it and just have I ever done that? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just going to glue this lady on, but she looks like she needs something on the top and the bottom of the image. How much time do we have? Plenty of time. We're going to get a ton of pages done in here. She's kind of cut off on the top and the bottom, and I don't like the looks of that. So I'm thinking that maybe I will take a bit of this paper, now that I've got paint all over it, and just glue it over the edges because I don't like the way the edges look. Just like that. So she kind of blends into the page that way. And I need something for the top also. That one's still wet because that's where I put all the paint. Thin out that paint just a little bit. Hopefully it will dry. And we'll just put that there. Just put that there. No, no, no. Vicky says no, 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 and Tilda says perfect blend. Oh dear. I cannot make everybody happy, can I? And I feel like there are two of these pieces. Ooh. Look what it says there. It says unique. Let me just take, I didn't even look at that. So let me put that piece right there with the words on the other side. And that kind of describes this cow horse thing going on here. It's unique. All right. So there's another page done. And I am leaving these flat for now, and I will fold them after they get dry. So maybe I should finish this up right here. I don't know what else to put on this one. But I've got less than a half an hour to work. So and I put that on there. Ooh. Too bad that page is not long enough because that would be pretty funny. The fish looking at, I guess that is a Lincoln's face. That would have been perfect. I don't have any pages that are long enough for that. Let's cut the white off of it and see what it looks like. You know, junk journals, they're easy. You can do anything with them. You could put together a plain junk journal with painted papers and journal, write. I like that, but I don't like it on the gray. I don't like it on the gray. I like it there, but I don't like that it's looking off the page. And I already used something on this one. So it's going to have to go on something else. It is going to have to go someplace else. All right. So I was looking at this old picture. And this dancing couple. And the reason I did this signatures was so that I didn't have to cover all of the page. And I think I've ended up covering almost all of the pages so far. I really like that. I'm going to crease it there. I'm going to glue that on there. You couldn't, I don't do that either. I don't journal or use a diary myself. It's, I just don't. I want the gray to be the same on both pages before I start gluing stuff down. So let me pop over here and see if I can find a gray stamp pad. Sorry, I'm stretching. I think I've got a mushroom gray, but I don't see it. It would be perfect. Mushroom gray. It is not here. It's not one that I use a lot, so I probably put it someplace else so that I had room for the stuff that I do use. Just give me 1 second. Where would I have put that? It is not there. And I don't know where else I would have put that. I want gray on this page. And I don't want to color it with pencil or crayon. I just want a nice light color. What to do? An ink pad would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. No Taco Tuesday for Vicky. Oh. So maybe instead of that, I'm bummed, man. I really wanted gray ink. And I don't want to put more of this on. Although I could. I could, since it's here and it's kind of gray, and I don't think I have wrapping paper that's gray either. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I am just in that kind of a mood. I am just going for it. Going for it. No overthinking. I'm not going to worry about it if it doesn't turn out. I needed to change my glue page here. And I've got glue all over my hands now. Alrighty. Burnish that all down. Trim it up. So the camera works better now that I've taken the autofocus off. You guys aren't getting dizzy this time. You like that better? All right. That would have been funny right there. Interesting. Interesting. Distracting myself again. All right. It's better. You like it, Tilda? I am going to glue that down. Glue that down. And I think that these guys need to be dancing. They're having night out in the city today. And you know what? I might just leave that page just as it is. This is one of those where I like the background. It doesn't happen very often, but actually, I'm thinking it needs a circle here. I do wish I could find that gray. What in the world did I do with it? I have been trying to clean up my room here the last few days. I haven't been feeling the best, so I've just kind of been moving piles and sorting through the piles and finding things for junk journals and finding a lot of stuff that I'd forgotten all about. I want something. Oh, you know what? I've got a Distress Ink black black soot that is kind of on the dry side, so it doesn't put a lot of color on the page. There it is. which I like sometimes. And I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm going for it. Look at that. Ah. Ah. I want one down here too. I need to get the air bubbles out from underneath this picture so it'll stay glued down. And there's red on this side, just a little bit of a dark red. I'm feeling like it needs just a little bit to balance it over here. Just a tad, but I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe a stamped. I think it needs to be red. It needs to be red. Do I have? Candied apple is too red. I need the fire brick. I know I've got one somewhere. I know I've got an old one somewhere. It's not very juicy. Ah! I do not need. All right, where did the blue go? That's pink. There's blue. These can be nice for. There's the fire brick. It opened up just in the right place. I am going to stamp a 3. Oh, it's perfect. It's like the perfect color. All right, I'm gonna leave it. Just to leave white space. It's actually gray, but white space. And so we did quite a few things in this book. It was kind of nice. Oh, the lion looks really good here. Getting too much stuff going on here. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. So that's why I like not having to cover up every little bit of each page. So I can leave it kind of like that. It's a little less busy and a little bit more, it's easier to do. And yeah, did quite a bit of stuff. I should find something in my last few minutes. I should find something that goes here. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Oh, she kind of blends in now. That's not going to work. She would go on the book page, but she's not going to go in front of the forest. She's not going to work there. It's just not going to happen. Maybe a little bit of these little triangles. Not sure. Not sure. I kind of need some kind of focal point going on over there. I need a focal point. Fussy cut images. We could put a hermit crab in the forest, but this is where the page folds, so that would be a little difficult. This little goat guy, he looks kind of cool. Women on the beach. Women on the beach. I don't know whether I need this frame or not. So let's cut the frame out just to take a peek. No. No, too much. Too much. Way too much. You know what might look interesting is a watch. Give me 1 second. A clock face, watch face. I need a fairly large one though. Let's see what I have. These are all too small. Ooh, getting closer. Look at those raspberries. How cool is that? Pulling that out. I might want to use that on something. I need large. Why can't I find large? And of course, that's exactly the same as that one. Getting closer. I don't think that's the right color. Ooh, here's a gray one. Okay. Let's see what we have here. The gray does not go. The black seems too black. And that seems like the right color. So let me cut that. Oh, there's some eyes or something else. Those are cool. Smooth that out just a little bit. I don't want to cover up all those trees. So maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. But it's kind of adding another color. It's not the right color scheme, so my eyes aren't really happy with it. All right, so I guess that's a bust. I guess that is a bust. And maybe I should just put a little bit of book page on it and then find, except I don't want to cover up those trees. And find a focal image later. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me just cover up that spot that's bothering me. And I will come back and find something else later. Thank you. Yes, I save all those watch parts. I don't use them enough. I just keep saving them and saving them and saving them. And I'm going to trim that off. And I am going to wait for this to dry before I fold it. And that way I know that the glue is going to stick really well. And then I will find something fun to put. Well, that would be kind of cool. Anyway, I'll find it later because it is time. Thank you everyone for all your thumbs up, for spending time with me, having a little bit of relaxing glue therapy, and just using junk journals just to use them. Like I said, you can use them for anything, for an art journal or a glue book, or just to mess around with them. Just to mess around. Hey, Barbara. Yep, we're getting ready to go. We did quite a few pages in here. I am having breakfast for dinner tonight. I think this is my favorite one. I don't know what it is about this page. It is really simple and not really thought out. So it was just kind of go by the seat of my pants kind of thing. And I really love the way that turned out. And I will find something. This one needs something. This is a little strange. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but they can't all be masterpieces, I suppose. And this one's kind of nice too. This one's very relaxing. Thank you all. And I hope that the sound is better for those people. Please let me know if it has not worked. That would look kind of cool there. And I will try to figure something else out. Fiddle around a little bit more and figure it out. And I will see you all on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. It was fun. Thank you all so much. I will be having some videos up here this next week. The sound is good. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Linda. So the camera's working. Finally, the sound is working. And eventually I will get it all under control, right? You would hope. I would hope. Thanks, everyone. I will see you on Tuesday.